Welcome to another episode of Goal Setting Mondays with the Loan Signing System. So glad you're here. If you're watching this on replay, every single one of these you can find either on my YouTube channel, Loan Signing System, or you can go down to my news feed and you can watch any single one of these from every single week because they're amazing. This is live. So this morning, I just got done with the NNA Digital Conference. So thankful to the National Notary Association for allowing me to kick off the entire National Notaries 2021 Digital Conference. It was such a pleasure. I'm getting a couple of comments down below. Thank you, Lauren, so much for saying that. If you watch it, I hope you loved it. So again, shout out to the NNA. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the opening speaker. With that being said, let's get this party started. So I go live every single Monday to help you set goals for the following week. If you're brand new, how this works is you just hit that little add camera button right there. We get on, we talk about your wins. You need any advice, need any motivation, you need anything at all, how to overcome objections, we talk about it all. So if you want to jump on here and talk about your goals, because before I get started, let me tell you one of the biggest mistakes I see signing agents make. And it doesn't matter if you're a six-figure signing agent or just starting out the business. Is too many signing agents start off the week without specific actionable goals. Because like I always say, a goal without an action plan is just a dream. So I'm so excited about getting you on today. But somebody jump on. Let's talk about your goals. I'm going to help you set them. Because remember, every single week, you need to be intentional with your actions. Do not just say, oh, I want 5 signings this week. Oh, I want 10 signings this week. Let's talk about how you're going to accomplish those goals. Because remember, goals without an action plan, man, is simply a dream. So get on, go on live with me. We got someone already wants to jump on. Looks like Lisa Stevens. This episode on the road. So Lisa, I just added you on. Everybody else, man. Hello, Paulette. I love Lisa. What's up? What's up? I can't see you.
Hey, how are you, Mark?
I'm good. Flip that camera around so I can see the beautiful face. Oh, and she's gone. Hello, Notary Express. Mia, hello. I missed the conference registration. It's okay. I'm always going to bring the heat. Miriam, what's going on? Hi, Lauren Renee. Yes. Okay, so let me try to figure this out again. Let's get Emily and then Melissa. Stay with me, Melissa. We're going to go live. If you're brand new to this, welcome. I'm so excited you're here. That's where I help you set goals for the following week. I try to get, what's up? Hello. Oh, and you got to say hello. We're live. Bro.
Hi.
There we go. Okay, so where are you from? I only see your Instagram name and then your name.
Emily Leland, Portland, Oregon.
All right, and what's up, man? So
Hey.
I don't know if you've ever been to one of these episodes before. Let's talk about some goals. So the purpose of this is to help you not only say your goal, but to figure out how we're going to accomplish it. So what's the goal for this week?
This week is to increase my direct a little bit more. I've got quite a bit going right now, but there's some accounts that I've actually become direct with that I'm not doing a lot with. Okay. So that's my focus, is just to kind of network that a little harder.
Okay,
and,
so let me just pause you real quick, right? So that sentence is way too generic. Okay, so then that's what I'm trying to coach you signing agents on. I love that you want more direct business, but let's be specific with what you want more of, right? Is it, I want more business from Chicago Title. See, what I'm trying to coach you on is most signing agents say, I want more of this. Well,
so like I'm direct with several, but like I just said, I'm not marketing myself to, I'm already approved. I'm already a direct approved notary with, I'll throw it out there, okay. WFG, right? And yet I'm not getting signings from them. So I have to work on that to grow that business. Because the approval.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're specific. So now let's talk about that. Okay, cool. Yeah. See, but you see you see the coaching I gave you right there. The way you have to do it in your mind on everything is be very specific with what you want to accomplish and then backtrack from there, right?
Right.
Because everyone always says, I want more, I want this, I want to lose 10 pounds. Well, let's backtrack that and let's be specific.
Right.
Okay, cool. So what I heard is WFG, you've marketed, you want more business from. So let's talk about how to accomplish those goals. So my question is this. Have you done any actual signings at WFG yet, or are you still in the prospecting phase of the marketing? Where are you at?
So I have, but it was through signing services. So about 2 or 3 months ago, I actually reached out to the head head office for WFG. I kind of approached
Okay.
it a little different than some. I wasn't just walking into title companies and hey, hey.
Okay.
I mean, occasionally, but
Okay.
I kind of hit it a different way, and I got the approval that I knew I was going to need to do business with them, because that's the first
Okay.
thing out of their mouth half the time is, "Are you an approved notary?"
Right.
So I tackled it a little different, and I
Okay,
had
so
an
let me just, I'm trying to get from A to B here. So
yeah.
the specific WFG office that you're looking to get more business from, you have not actually walked into that office
Yes.
yet.
No. I have.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to figure out where you are in your
Yeah.
journey. So have you done any signings for that specific WFG office we were talking about? You have not.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Trying to backtrack here to help you out. So you have not done any signings for them, but yet you've walked in. Cool, I got that down. How many times, when's the last time you've actually walked into the WFG office?
I actually about 2 weeks ago, and
Okay,
of course
cool.
I was looking for the VP that interviewed me initially, and she wasn't in.
Okay, cool. So let me give you some coaching here, and this should be part of
okay.
your goals every week. The appropriate follow-up cadence is once a week. If you're doing anything less, which you are, you need to tighten that up a little bit. So everybody on your follow-up schedule should be once a week cadence until they become a signing client. But right now, 2 weeks in between the coaching I'm giving you is too infrequent. Okay.
Yeah.
And again, that's part of the goal setting I'm trying to help you with. Is every Monday you should have a list of like, who did I hit up last week? And because I hit up these people, that's what I need to follow up with. Does that make sense? I hope everybody's listening right here, because you kind of are falling into the same, oh, I have goals, but I'm not being specific with them. So, and what I want to make sure you're doing is you're writing down everybody you've approached. If you're not writing them down, you're not seeing it. If you're not seeing it, you're not accomplishing what you need. So if you're saying, okay, I hit up WFG, I hit up Chicago Title, I hit First American, that's written down somewhere. Now you know on your follow-up cadence, you should be following up with them that week. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you're not following up with people because it's not totally top of mind. So the first coaching I want to give you is make sure that you're writing down weekly who you're going into seeing, so you know who to reapproach the next week. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the coaching the goal that I want you to set for this week is not only to follow up with WHF this week, but to get into a habit of writing down somewhere everyone that you've prospected, because that's going to lead you to prospect on a follow with them the following week. But what you happen to you is very normal of like, oh, I marketed to them, but because we don't have really a follow-up plan, you end up letting more space in between go by, which hurts your prospecting abilities. Does that make sense? And what I'm going to end with you, Lisa, is it's really important to understand, and I think you know this, is that top of mind marketing is real in our business. You never know when they're like, oh my gosh, Lisa, I'm glad you popped in because my notary just bailed on me last second, right? So the once a week cadence allows you to really utilize the top of mind marketing. It's so effective for our business because we are on a on-call business. That's why it's effective. So my goal for you this week, Lisa, is to start writing down everyone you visit. Okay. That's goal number one. Goal number two is to walk into WFG this week and reintroduce yourself. A lot of signing agents ask me, Mark, what you say in the follow-up. The exact same thing you said the first time. You don't need to get creative with what you say. Sometimes you just need to say the same thing so they are remembering what you said. Because, Lisa, what I want to coach everybody on right now is sometimes when you walk in, you don't know what you just interrupted. Maybe when you walked in 2 weeks ago, they were dealing with a buyer whose loan didn't fund because insurance didn't come in, right? So you walked in, said the best pitch in the world, but only because you walked in while they were doing something else. They may even be oblivious to the fact you even walked in. Does that make sense? So that's why the once a week cadence is so important. People always go, well, Mark, I had such a good conversation. You're forgetting that they're also running a business before you pitch them. So they may forget that you even walked in. So that's why once a week is so important, not because you didn't do a good job, but because you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So once a week cadence, Lisa, on everybody you follow up with. Number two, create a spreadsheet, go on your phone, write notes on who you actually targeted so you know who to follow up with.
Okay.
Is that helpful?
Yeah.
All right, girl. I appreciate you. Go get it and follow with me next week and let me know how that follow-up process is going. And with this, be really organized with your marketing so you know who to follow up with. That is key.
Yeah.
Cool? All
Thank
right, girl, go
you.
get him. Stay dry. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, you're welcome. Awesome, awesome. What a great way. I mean, my biggest takeaway for you on that, meaning everyone watching right now, is so many signing agents are really unorganized with the way they approach and they keep track of who they're marketing to. They're like, oh, I marketed to 3 or 4 different title companies, but because it's not written down, you're forgetting to follow up with them. So my biggest coaching to everybody here is be more organized with who you're marketing to so you know who to follow up with. So who we're going to get on next? I'm super excited. Let's get Notary Express Mia. It was so good talking to you, Lisa. Have a blessed rest of your day. All right, so who is coming up next? Melissa, I think that's your name, Melissa. Jump on with me right now. I think Lisa's going to jump off. We're going to get Melissa to come on. All right, Melissa, let's go to somebody else. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to jump on. Okay, cool. It doesn't look like she's jumping on. Let's get someone else on. What up, Tim? How you doing, man? The way this works is you ask for me to come on. I give you a yes to come on, so make sure you're doing this. I don't want to move on past you too quick, but if you can't hit accept, then I'm going to have to move on to the next person. All right, we're going to go to my man, Jedediah, go to somebody else. Guys, remember, a goal without a plan is just a dream. You got to make sure you're very consistent. Oh, what up, Jedediah? If you guys follow the Goal Setting Mondays, you should know who my man Jedediah is. Because, well, I want to give you a lot of props on this, okay? I want to give you a lot of props on Jedediah because you are very active in building your business. You are consistent with coming here. This is all going to pay off. I'm super excited for you.
Yes.
So I want everybody to make sure they are inspired by you. You're here every Monday like a boss, and that's what you should be doing, okay? So, Jedediah, talk to me, brother. How are your goals for last week, Matt, and how are your goals for this week going to shape up?
All right, so last week, hi, everybody. I'm Jedediah Young. This is my wife, Chelsea. She is also an LSS graduated student. So
Can I
we're
just say
the
what up,
tandem.
Chelsea, what up, girl? First time I meet you. I'm so happy that you both are doing this as a tandem. Real quick, before I get into your goals, you know, part of the Loan Signing System family is we have people of all different walks of life. My point is we have a ton of couple signing agents. The Wagners come top of mind, the Vidals. So the point I'm trying to make to you and anyone else in the family is don't hesitate to reach out to them, right? So you know the Wagners are doing $250,000 a year, no big deal. So you should call, you should message them and be like, hey, me and my wife are, you know, our new LSA couple. Is there any piece of advice you would give us, right? How are you guys doing marketing? How are you targeting your people? How are you leveraging the fact that you are a team? Does that make sense, both of you? Mm-hmm. So don't be afraid to reach out to the other teams inside the course. And I hope everyone's hearing me. I hope you reach out to the Wagner, to the Vidals, to the Cedra and her husband. We have a ton of them. So you guys should also be reaching out to the other couple LSAs and creating relationships and just understanding how they're building their business. Does that make sense? So I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but that is goal number 1 for you guys this week, to reach out to at least one other couple that you know is an LSA couple, get to know them, and then ask, you know, return some value. Don't just be like, hey, be my mentor. Like, hey, I'd love to kind of bounce back and forth some ideas that we've been doing. But that's what I want you guys doing for this week, is reaching out to someone else in the family who's in the same position you guys are. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, cool. So Jedediah, out of the gate, man, how was last week for you?
Out of the gate last week, I did 6 signings last week. The week prior, I did 1.
For my man Jay. Look, you guys have been following Jedediah's journey. It was 3 weeks ago he did his very first signing, and then last week I think you were up to 2 signings, and this week now you're up to 6. I mean, that's the growth of a business. So many people want to be $10,000 in the first week. You're like, dude, that's not real. What is real is your journey. What is real in 6 months from now, you're going to have a blossoming business. The key is just sticking with this growth. The key I want everyone to hear is you can't get discouraged. I'm done 1, 2, and 6. That's the normal trajectory of any business, right? So I just want you to stick with this effort, man. I know it's kind of human nature for all of us to be like, man, I wish I had 10 this week. I wish I had 15. You will get there. The key is just knowing you will get there and not giving up on the effort. But I love the 1, 2, 6. Like, that is the standard growth of someone putting in the time you are. So I just want to say I'm proud of you, man. I know that You've been putting in the work. You're not getting discouraged that you only did 2, because there's no such thing as only 2. It is I did 2. But I want to say I'm proud of you, man. And Chelsea, I'm proud of both of you for just, this is how businesses grow. They don't grow overnight, right?
Yeah.
For every student that it happens overnight, there's hundreds that grow normally like yours. And comparing yourself to them is what you want to do, not comparing yourself to the exception. And so I'm proud of you guys for not getting discouraged. I'm proud of you for just doing what you're doing, and just trust me, you will get to the $10,000 mark. It might take you 6 months. Okay. You know what I mean? It might take you 12 months, but you will get there. Just trust your process, trust the system. Proud of both of you very, very much. So with that being said, man, what are your goals for this week?
So last week, my goal was to spread my wings at WFG, which was my direct client, right? But I went in and I took the flowers, right? That we talked about, just being human, just you know, just showing condolences for somebody's loved one that passed away. So I didn't do any marketing. I just dropped off flowers. So she wasn't there anyways to market to. So the other escort agent, I just said hello. She's gotten kind of irritated with me with following up twice a week. So she was like, back off. So I'm backing off, right? Like, you have to adjust for every client. Like, some clients like to
jump in there real quick. Let me just jump in there. You know, like I told you guys, well, at least what I preach is, you know, once a week's the appropriate cadence. I think 2 times a week is definitely a little aggressive. But once a week cadence is kind of the loan signing system cadence. Now, what I do say though,
but for clients, I thought you
face to face with the once a week email is an appropriate cadence.
Right.
But 2 times say face to face. I don't know if that's what you're doing. I just want to give everyone a coaching here. Is you know, but once time face to face is more than appropriate. But anyways, but I do agree with what you just said. Everyone's gonna be marketed to differently. So I'm proud of you making that pivot. Because that's what business is. There's not a one size fits all. That's not real. So I love that you're kind of pivoting, but you're growing as a business owner. I'm proud of it. So keep going.
Yeah. So this week, our goal is to get on with one of the title companies that I marketed to, and we're in the process of getting approved. So my goal for us, and I think my wife agrees, is to get at least one signing each from that title company that we brought on. So I've marketed to 3 title companies that really want to do business with us. It's just a matter of when. So that is my goal. I've done the signing services fees, and I don't like them. I'm getting half of what my first fee was, right? So I'm going backwards on.
I love it. I love that. Gotcha.
But I am still reaching out to signing services to get signings, because I know that I got to put in my time. I got to put in the effort. So I'm still taking signings wherever I can get them, as far away as they are. But my goal this week is to really establish Chelsea and I with these 3 title companies. WFG, spreading my wings there and visiting the other offices. Great American Title, who let me
pause you real quick. Let me pause you, because you done some great things. You know, and I'm glad that Chelsea's on this too. You know, what I want to make sure that I'm communicating to you and everybody watching is that it's really important to make sure, if you're doing the follow-up, that you're being authentic on appreciating their time. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I think you've watched the On the Road with Autumn Nicole out in North Carolina. Her jam was scones, right? So you'll never feel like you are grading on somebody if you bring in something that kind of exchanges the value. Like, look, I know that you're a little frustrated with me because I'm giving 10 more minutes of your time while you should be building your own business. But if you come in with something that's authentic, like the flowers, maybe Chelsea has a baking acumen that she wants to brush off. The fact that you're a family, I think, is awesome, because you can be like, oh, these are my wife's scones. These are my, like, it doesn't have to be something expensive. My point is, like, you can make fresh baked cookies for pennies on the dollar, literally, if you actually baked them. And they're better that you baked them. You know, it's better than going to Vaughn's and spending $5 on something that's inauthentic, right? It's like, these are my wife's fresh baked cookies. So my point is, you know, if you're always leading with an exchange of value, they're going to be less frustrated you're following up. Okay. So I don't know if you're going in empty handed. I don't know. I'm just trying to coach you through that. Okay,
I
good.
never go in empty-handed. You have
Okay,
taught us to
good.
always to never come in empty-handed. So
Right.
I never take up their time without giving them a $5 gift card to Starbucks. I
Minimum.
never,
So
I
maybe what
never
you
give.
do is kind of switch that up and do something more authentic, right? And so,
Sure,
if Chelsea has a little bit of baking acumen, something that's a
she
little bit
does.
more authentic, I think might help you bridge some of that static you're getting. Because, and so what I'd say, again, I don't want you to be inauthentic. Maybe baking's not your jam. Maybe it's arts and crafts. I don't know. You know what I mean? But maybe lead with something on your follow-ups that's a little more husband and wife to really kind of bridge that, like, I'm trying to build a relationship here. I'm not trying to just earn your money, right? And so
Sure.
again, whatever that is for your family, and again, I love you're a team here. What I will say, what's cool about the team also is you can almost rotate the follow-up, right? So like maybe you come in one week and the wife comes in the next week. So it's kind of a newer face. That's why LSA couples are the best, because your marketing act opens up, because you're
Right.
now, a husband-wife team, and like you talk about your children and your family, you know what I mean? It becomes more than me just trying to earn money. It's like me trying to do the truth, which is provide for my family. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so
Yes.
that's kind of the key of being authentic with them, is letting them know you are trying to support a family. And, these are kind of what, what we bake in my house or make in my house, right? So maybe on the follow-ups, you bring something a little bit more, what's relative to your family, and see if that might, again, marketing is about testing. Maybe this falls flat on your face. Okay. Marketing is understanding that you're always pivoting with marketing, right? You're trying to figure out what works and what
Right.
doesn't. So maybe with these two clients, you try this. With these two prospective clients, you try this. You're like, oh my gosh, this worked way better than this, right? So you're constantly tweaking until you get it. Does that make sense, everybody, right? You two specifically.
Yes.
So, a lot of times, Jedediah, which I don't want you to fall into, it's like, oh, I'm only going to do $5 gift cards. Tweak it a little bit, right? See if this works more than this. See if you get a better response with this. That's really what marketing's about. Marketing's not, I'm only going to start doing this every single time. Does that make sense, both of you? And I hope this makes sense to
Sure.
everybody watching, is,
Sure.
try to mix up what you're doing on the follow-ups, but be strategic. Like, do this system with this client, do this system with this client, do this system with this client, and then see which system works. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this one's been crushing it. Then duplicate this with another one and be like, okay, I found my golden sauce. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, our
Yes.
girl Autumn found that scones was her jam. But I'm sure she kind of did a few different things to realize, okay, what works for my lane, because everybody's different, right? So what I want, here's the goal for
Everybody is loving Starbucks.
That's right. And so here's what I want for you guys. Your goal this week is, now that you're doing a ton of marketing, which I love, try working out, experiment with different follow-up techniques, and get a little bit less robotic and more into, okay, babe, we're going to strategically try this and see if this works. We're going to strategically try this and see if this works. And to keep tweaking your business model until you're going to get where you want to go. And tell me how that goes next week. I'm going to end with this with you two. I'm going to end with this, is remember to dig deeper, not wider. So the ones you have been crushing business with, signing service and direct, make sure you're going in, digging deeper, saying thank you, working around. So remember, dig deeper, not just wider. Okay. So this week is, yep.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
So one of my direct clients wanted me to go with a signing service to get Fidelity approved. So I did that. And then I want to revisit the conversation of, hey, I have 3, 5, 10 signings that I've done for you. I think we're ready to move forward together, because the only reason the signing service is getting this business is because I marketed directly to them. I marketed. So do you think that I should be talking about
No. Yeah, here's what I would
I'm
say.
listening.
Here's what I would say is,
I'm listening.
here's what I would say. You guys are breaking up a little bit, but here's what I would say, and I hope everyone hears this, is, Jedediah, you're losing a little bit of the LSS way, from the standpoint of you should really be focused in the relationship. So by the time you do 20 or 30 signings, let them have that natural conversation because you now have created the relationship. Does that make sense? So
Sure.
you're still chasing the money right now, which I want to coach out of you. Chase the relationship. That will come. You guys, this is a marathon, not a sprint. I know it pains you to see the 40, 50, 60 bucks out of your wallet, but I want you to have that whole conversation should come organic when your relationship starts blossoming. It's something that you shouldn't be trying to force or foster yourself. Does that make sense? So just focus on trying to
That's good
really foster
advice.
a relationship over the next 10, 15, 20 appointments. And that there'll be a moment where they're like, wow, like we're now becoming more friends and clients. You've talked about your young family and they're like, oh my gosh, you know what? This is time for us. Maybe the conversation becomes more organic. It's so not organic 5 or 6 closings in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember the loan signing system way. Chase the relationship, the money always follows. If you chase the money, Jedediah, the money runs away. You're chasing the money a little bit. And I empathize with it, but I want to coach you on, because we all want money. I get it. But you know, the reason you have a mentor is to kind of coach that out of you and put into you, chase the relationship. Okay. So Chelsea, make sure both you guys are holding each other accountable on that one.
Yep.
Be like, babe, I get it. Okay. Now, if you're telling me 50 signings in, she's still doing that, let's have a conversation then. It's just way too early now.
Okay.
All right. So this week, mix and match your follow-ups and report back to me what your findings working.
All right.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Go get him, you two. Pleasure to meet you, Chels. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Who's next? I mean, I thought that was a phenomenal conversation. I could be a little biased. Let me get Michael Davis up and then Yvette. So Michael Davis, I just added you on. Mike, what's up, brother?
Yo, what's up, Mark? How you doing, man?
Yo. First off, brother, where you at? And let's get this party started.
Yeah, I'm Manteca, California.
Okay, cool. Right up the street from me, frankly.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Talk to me about some goals that you want.
Yeah, so you know, I've been doing this since about January.
Okay.
And so far I got my first direct client. They've been feeding me with a lot of business. And
hold on. Let me give that up real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
And I'm still working on my day job. You know, I work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I'm a diesel mechanic, and so I'm trying to like balance my time. You know,
Yeah.
I do maybe a couple signs after work. But I feel like lately I've just been kind of like more like less motivated. You know, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to dig deep and build that motivation. And I really want to quit my job and just do this full time, but you know, it's kind of that fear, you know, of like having to pay for all my benefits. And, you know, I've never been like a full-time entrepreneur. So I'm definitely trying to quit my job and just take that plunge and, you know, just get more business and take it all the way.
All right. Well, let me jump in, man. I'll be honest with you. You know, I always tell students that, you know, I will never encourage you to quit your job. That's a huge decision, right? That's a huge family decision. But what I will say is this, okay? What I will say is this, is it's amazing what we can accomplish when our backs are against the wall. It's amazing what we can accomplish when we realize that every single day you work for someone else, you're building their dreams. Every single day you work for yourself, you're building yours. It's a very big decision. But what I will say, man, is there's 2 options we have here. I don't know why you necessarily have to quit your job now. What I would recommend is, you know, during lunches, every lunch, get back in there and market to title company area. Look, you already know you can do it. Like, let's just get that out of the way. You got to direct, right? The hard part for most students is that I don't know if I'm capable of getting direct. You know that. So what I want you to do is ride that wave of momentum. Be like, yo, I did it with this company. Why can't I do it with that company? So the point I'm trying to make is every lunchtime, focus on new business. And so what I would say is then you can let the influx of new business really help you decide that you should let the other one go. I know what I'm saying. So I wouldn't necessarily say quit now without kind of knowing that you have that revenue stream coming in, but allow yourself. But here's what I'm saying. You say you're losing a little motivation. So here's what I tell you to motivate is every day you work for someone else, man, you're building their business every day. Like someone's building a legacy for their family off your back. There's no reason you can't be building a legacy for you and your family or your future family. But you just utilize the day, hour in between your lunch. Remember, man, California's opening back up, so maybe you start hitting open houses on the weekends. You know what I mean? Start Googling escrow association meetings. There's a ton of them in California. So they're always in the evenings. And so now that the country's opening back up, California specifically, jump into a couple of California escrow association meetings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Google it. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I don't know if I'd necessarily jump now, but I would allow the income stream or the new business and the phone ringing off the hook, being like, yo, this is my time. And then you make that decision. But I would end with this, dude, is the way you get motivated is remembering why you want to be a signing agent, why you want to build a business. That should inspire you enough to be like, yo, I'm going to go hit up escrow offices every lunchtime. Okay. So the goal I want for this week, okay, is at least one lunchtime you're dedicating to marketing to a new company. Can you commit to that?
Yeah.
One lunch. I didn't say 5. I didn't say 5 days. Just one day this week.
Okay.
And be like, yo, I'm gonna commit to this. There's 150 people on this bad boy right now, so you're committing to all of us. At least one new escrow office. Okay, that's the goal. Let me leave you with some coaching though. Okay. Too many signing agents dig wider, not deeper. What do I mean by that? You already have an in from a direct business source, right?
Yeah.
You should be marketing to everyone else in that office. You should be leveraging the fact that, hey, you see that escrow officer right there? Like, I'm doing signings for her. I'd love to be a signing agent if you need any more. So instead of necessarily going to all new title companies around you, maybe pick at lunch to bring your direct client a lunch, but also then be able to kind of work the whole office at lunchtime. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because that's an easy in. I mean, especially if you drop off lunch to your client, like, hey, girl, can you introduce me to the person over there? You know what I mean? And it's like you just gave this person lunch. She's like, oh, my gosh, no problem. Gets up, introduces you. You know what I mean? So dig deeper, not wider on the current client. That should be easy. Where I need to motivate you a little bit or you need to motivate yourself is the one new one at lunchtime. So this week, one new escrow officer, report back to me in the group, what's up? But also think about trying to bring lunch to your current client and then just ask for an introduction in the office. You know what I mean? After you drop off lunch, like, hey, thank you so much for this business you've been giving me. Here's some Chipotle, whatever, out of authentic gratitude. And like, hey, is there any chance you can introduce me to Jennifer over there? Because remember, dude, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, okay? She doesn't know that you want a referral until you ask for it, okay?
Right.
Now, it's difficult to ask for a referral when you're not giving value. So that's what I'm saying. Say thank you for her business with lunch, $10, whatever. But then you return the value by, hey, you know, is there any chance you can introduce me to John over there? So bring value, say thank you, be authentic, and then don't be afraid to ask for the referral, okay?
Okay.
So I want you to commit to me one new title office to market to, and then to dig deeper with your current client. Can you sign up for that?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, brother. Report to me next weekend, man. I'm excited for you, bro. Let's go.
Right. Appreciate it.
All right. I'll see you next time, man. Go get them. All right. I love these. All right, who we can go get? Yvette, let's go to you. That was so awesome. So proud of him. I mean, look, a lot of times we forget to dig deeper as a new signing agent. If you're already getting business out of an escrow office, try to market to everyone in that office and leverage the person you get business from as your referral source, as your point of credibility. Like, you need any references, like there's one right across the office that you can build that credibility from. So don't forget to go deeper, not wider, as you are starting to build your business. All right, Yolanda, I'm trying to get you on, or Yvette, I'm gonna give you one more chance, Yvette, before I jump on. I love the motivation I'm seeing. Look, if you're a little bit shy about what your goals are, put your goals in the comment section right here. Drop it. Say, hey, this is what my goals are for this week. And just say it to the universe. Say it out loud. Hold yourself accountable through all the other signing agents watching this right now. So drop your comments in the comments below. Let's try to get someone else on. Let's try to get preferred NSA. All right, I'm trying to get preferred NSA here. Let's get somebody else. I'm going to go live with, oh, there she is. What's up?
Hi, I'm Nick.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, so I just know you by your Instagram name, not your real name. So introduce yourself and where you're from.
Okay, Iris Carter Collins. We've been talking back and forth.
Yes.
I'm in Maryland.
Okay.
10K Club about probably maybe a month after I signed up with your program because I got the confidence.
Okay, hold on. Did everybody just hear that? A $10,000 a month signing agent in Maryland. By the way, that is an attorney state. I mean, girl, I hope you are inspiring everybody who is watching this. I'm so excited for you, Iris.
Yes.
Okay, girl, you know I'm always going to push you to do more and be greater. So let's talk about more and greater right now. What are some goals for this month, this week, so we can get you to that 15K mark?
Okay. So just tell you real quick what I've done so far. I got signing order. I signed up with them. I've got about 20 escrow folks that were giving me business, but it slowed down quite a bit. I visited 6 escrow companies, 3 last week, 3 before. I followed up with a phone call, followed with an email. I took them a gift. I also put a recording on your Facebook to show others how I put together that gift to help get back.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right here. Yeah, you said something that I want to talk about so we don't lose it. I don't want to be rude. I apologize, but I heard something. Okay, so what I heard, and make sure I want to make sure I heard that right, is you have roughly 20 direct contacts that have given you business at some point in your journey. Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I want to coach you on right now. And I kind of coached, I think his name was Mike, the gentleman from Menifee before us, is we have a tendency to dig wider. You should be digging deeper with those 20. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Okay, so I want you to receive what I'm going to say here.
Okay.
Sometimes marketing is just building a better relationship. So the point I'm trying to make is I want you to start putting time aside to walk into your client's office just to say hello. I'm not even talking about asking for a signing. How was your weekend? Do you have plans for this weekend? Oh my gosh, how was Johnny? Oh my gosh, last weekend I did this. Oh my gosh, my daughter did this. Sometimes, because when it's slower is the moments you need to take to build the relationship, because when it's busy, you don't have that time.
Okay.
And so that makes sense. When we're busy, we don't have time to actually slow down and get to really know our clients, because we're going from signing to signing to signing. But the way you sustain your business, Iris, when you're slower is making sure that you have a good enough relationship that you are truly the #1 signing agent for all 20. The only reason you're slow, by the way, Iris, and I hope you understand this, because if you have 20 different clients, the only reason you're slow is because you're not the #1 signing agent for all 20. If you were the #1 signing agent for 5 of them, you would not be telling me you're not so. So what this tells me as your coach is you have surface level relationships with 20 title officers or escrow officers. This is your opportunity to change that. So instead of focusing on all these new escrow officers you're hitting, I need you to focus on digging deeper. That's your goal. So your goal for this week and even the following weeks is to take time to really get to know your clients. Because if you were the #1 signing agent for all 20, girl, you would never need to market again. Number 2, you'd be making 20 grand a month.
Okay.
But the fact that you're a surface level relationship is telling me, as your coach, it's time to really sit down and really authentically build these relationships. So your goal for this week is just to maybe pick 5 of those 20 and just walk in and say hi, do some gratituding, and don't even ask about business. Don't even ask for a signing.
That makes sense.
And just let them know that, I care. I want to build a relationship. I want to get to know you. I want to get you to get to know the real Iris. Not the, oh, hi, how you doing? I'm in and out of your office, right? The, hi, I got 3 kids and I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, whatever, right? Really get them to know you, because as they do, then you are going to become their #1 signing agent, and you will never tell me you're slow again. The hard part about this business, Iris, is what you've already done. It's 20 contacts. That's the hard part. Okay? Literally, the hardest part of any business is the contacts to get business as direct. You have 20 of them.
Yeah.
This is the easy part. But the hard part is staying disciplined enough. The second hard part is really being in this to build authentic relationships. Really being in this to be look, I want to build something deeper with you.
Okay.
Because those are the notaries who make 6 figures in their sleep. those are the notaries who make $20,000 a month. And those are the notaries who build signing services because they have such an authentic relationship. They're like, girl, I want to give you all of my business.
You know, I do have one that does do it.
Yes.
And some friends, and she does send me stuff.
That's
and
my point.
To go back to those people to build a relationship. I've been just reaching out to new ones.
That's right.
And it just didn't hit. But so I'm definitely going to do that. And one last thing to kind of add is that I did do your social media with I had the other day.
Yeah.
Real estate. So she's not going to do it. She's Filipino. She's not going to. I just asked her. She said, oh, I would love to do it. 30 seconds she did it. I posted it on my agent's site. I went ahead and tagged her. I put it on my site. I tagged the agent. And I said to go ahead and use her as well. So that turned out really well. But I will go back.
Well, okay, girl. First off, I can't give away what we talk about in the paid group.
Oh,
right.
For
you non-LSS students, she just implemented something that I taught last week. For you LSS students, I hope you heard what she just said. She implemented exactly what she learned in the training last week, and it's paying dividends. The reason Iris makes $10,000 a month, and I hope everybody receives this, is because Iris doesn't recreate the wheel. She learns something, she implements. She learns and she implements. And that's what I hope everyone's inspired by you, Iris. Girl, we're gonna jump on the road one of these days, and I want to tell your full story. Okay. But your goal, by the way, Iris, I'm gonna end with this. Your goal is to keep deeper relationship. That's it. I don't want you actually marketing to anybody else new.
Okay.
0 people.
Okay.
You're past that. You're now at the point where you need to just simply build, like that one lady that you said you're friends with.
Yeah.
You need to reduplicate that 100 times, 20 times. Okay. And then you will never have to market the rest of your business, your career, 100%.
They all in signing order, by the way. They're all trained on how to use it.
Yeah.
Done. The moment you said to do that, to go to, I signed up with signing order, and they're all there. I just never thought to go in and say hi. I never even went in to say hi to them.
Yeah.
Do that.
Dig deeper. That is the term, the phrase that you're gonna take with you throughout the week. Dig deeper. Iris, such a pleasure to talk to you, girl. And then follow back up with me. Let me know how those relationships building's going.
Thank you.
All right, girl. Bye. Oh my gosh, did you get inspired by? I mean, $10,000 a month in an attorney state, and all she does is implement. I hope you're going. Everyone has the exact same course. And everybody uses it the exact same way. I hope Iris has inspired you to go back in and just do what I teach, and you'll get the business like she does. So I want to make sure I let you guys all know that you all are amazing. I'm going to end with this because our 1 o'clock time is coming up. Remember, the key to self-belief is remembering the work that you've put in to get to a certain point. So let me give you an example. The only reason you're able to jump into a car so comfortably is because you remind yourself, I've driven 1,000,000 miles and haven't gotten a car accident yet. I want you to remember, if you're a signing agent, you have put in so much time into your business. So instead of telling yourself the narrative, oh my gosh, I'm not ready to go direct, I'm not ready for my first signing, you need to tell yourself, I've spent 40 hours perfecting my craft. You need to believe in the work you've done to create the courage to go build your business. There are so many of you right now who put in 40 hours or more into work. There's so many of you who have done 20, 30, 40 signings flawlessly, and you still don't believe in yourself enough. And I'm here to tell you, remind yourself of your wins. The more times you remind yourself of what you've accomplished, the better it's going to and easier it's going to be to push yourself to get uncomfortable. So stop telling yourself the narrative, oh, I'm not ready. Start telling yourself the narrative, I've studied for 40 hours. I am ready. I care about the signing process. I am ready. Believe in you by remembering your greatness. Believe in you by remembering the effort you put into your business. No matter where you're at, you're capable of greatness. I believe in you, but I just can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Let's have a phenomenal week, everybody. Let's go. Bye.